if I've ever witnessed the level of retardation on fucking YouTubers. So
Wait,
this
what happened now? What is going on? Dude, there is too much shit happening. Please tell me.
so sorry, I've kind of just been on my own shit, like
Oh,
you
bro,
know.
please do not trip. You are a grown-ass motherfucker with a goddamn family. Hell no, you should not have to explain to yourself, sir. I cannot. Like, I am actually really fucking tight right now, but please call on. Please.
Man, but like in all honesty, with all the crazy shit that's been going on, if you don't know, Andy Pants Gaming, who is a YouTuber who usually puts out videos about like homosexuality in gaming and you know how gaming now is too woke, you know that type of shit, obviously. So he decided a few days ago, or actually last week. This started last week. He called out the Axeman,
Mm.
Gillup, and then somebody else on being woke lefties.
Oh, I know
And
the video you're talking about. Yeah.
now, the funny thing about this is that Ackman actually agreed on doing a debate with him earlier today,
All right.
and it happened.
Okay.
And it's about an hour long. I got them watching it, and holy fucking shit, this guy
Cannot debate.
cannot make a fucking point without a fucking script. Like, cause he's too busy trying to get Ackman to say a bunch of stupid shit, all while like not really saying a fucking thing at all.
Dude,
Oh man, well, Ackman, like,
you
let's hear you say that the women in gaming have been uglified because of the woke leftist, gay, homosexual, god, non-existent agenda. Like, what the fuck are you on? First and foremost, I was in that fucking debate like while it was going on, messaging dude like, bro, religion and politics have nothing to do with fucking video games. The number one reason why video games are fucking failing because people aren't actually making games,
they're
they're
not.
making live services. That's a fucking difference there.
Yeah.
Just because Concord had a bunch of ugly ass fucks doesn't really make it like they could have all been ugly and the game would have been fucking immaculate. Nobody would have given a fucking shit.
That is
But
true.
it's not really a fucking game. That game literally so PlayStation has another fucking source of income.
You
That's
know,
literally it.
and you know what's funny? Like that I'm gonna go more into the whole Concord thing, especially like as an indie dev, like it's 50-50, right? Like, oh, okay, it's 50 like all ugly but also character design. Like you can get, I agree, you could have quote ugly characters, but you could still have like a design that suits that, which they didn't. I mean, we'll get into that. We'll talk more. It's a good thing that, but talking
Oh yeah,
about
we can definitely
YouTubers,
get into that a little more later.
you know what's funny? The
But
thing about YouTubers, you
fucking
said that wasn't that one. I mean, he seems cool, but he had that out of pocket comment talking about, oh, Resident Evil 5 is like inherently racist. Like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, dude, I don't like some of these YouTubers get this inflated ego, and you know, I just got done watching a video. Like, I love it. It's my favorite quote that you heard about, like the UFC that they were getting woke questions from Ronda Rousey and the other dude. And my favorite thing, the dude's like, you know what's the problem with the world is people like you. And I was like, dude, that was the most me energy I ever had. Like, dude, that's because yeah, the world is ruined by pussies like you. You instead of asking questions that actually matter or whatever, I have to deal with stupid shit like you. Then there's a football player in Spain, stupid bitch ass, and he's like, okay, then why do female models make more money? He's like, and yeah, I shut him up. It's like, dude, this shit's so. It's why, like, you know, it's just like. I'm to the point where like, bro, I know I'm gonna clap back with some shit like that, dude. And it's so. And again, that dude. So when I first seen it, I was like, dude, what are you talking about? It's such a reach, you know. Someone like, dude, see, what's so crazy? We say this on this podcast before. We very clearly like. There's a difference. We state we have no people. We have no problem against who you like, whatever. And even the UFC player, like, what's so like? Okay, if you can't take our word, it's like, bro. The only time that can be taken is when people do a good example, like PDD or you know those touchers that they put. By the way, good meme. When they say, "Oh, I don't touch," but then it's like you see shit that's to the contrary. Meanwhile, people like that, myself and you included, and even a dude that everyone hates in the FGC, homie, you could find people that are of that type, and they would vouch for us. Like, dude, I'm just like that dude from the FGC, bro. If I hated gay people, then why the fuck did I let one live with me? That's stupid. If anything, I'm more of an ally than y'all. How many gay people have you lived under your roof, huh? How many people, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the shit. That's why, like, Obama said it best, bro. These, quote, activists just sit there and type shit and don't fucking do anything. I had a revelation when I was dreaming, actually. And part of that shit is I want to put in the game. I'm not going to get too much. Is like, Like literally, bro, you'll have people sit here do absolute, and then people out here actually go and do some shit. Oh, by the way, there's a developer. I seen a thing. I might send it to you. You might have seen about the dude who said he got kicked out from a hospital for volunteering by playing music for people because the people there at the hospital, especially one of the woke bitches, oh, I don't like his opinion, so he can't volunteer. It's like that's so stupid. Like these people proactively hurt people that actually need help, including people in their own group, from other people just because oh they have a different opinion, bro. Like that shit's so fucking stupid. And honestly, I'm just sick of that shit. Carry on. And yeah,
Man, no, man, 'cause you're 100% right on that shit. And then on top of that, man, the way, first of all, mad props to fucking Act Man for keeping his composure and
damn
actually
straight.
calling out his bullshit as they were talking, because I'd say like 90% of the entire debate was essentially him trying to get Act Man in a stupid ass gotcha,
Mm.
and trying to say, oh, see, look, you're left, you lean way too left. It's like
Oh my
I
god.
keep hearing that, and I'm like so fucking bothered by the fact that people love to add or inject their fucking political views into gaming. And like, I
Yeah.
get where some of them are coming from, but at the same time, that's a big fucking issue with this situation because, again, even bringing up the whole video that I'm gonna end up ranting about later about the fucking, oh, you can have surgical scars on your fantasy character. Okay,
Cool.
am I laughing at that? Yes, because it's kind of dumb to have surgical scars on a game that involves magic. That's like, oh, I'm giving my character the backstory of this is actually just me.
I
And I
mean,
went through all my sex change, and
oh
I want my
god.
character to reflect my sex change.
Oh no. That's
For me, I think that's dumb as shit because you are playing a fantasy game. As you're playing a fantasy game, you should be literally anything outside the realm that is just you. But to put like modern day shit into like a time period of like Dungeons and Dragons and shit was kind of weird in my eyes. But retrospectively, that's not the reason why the game's going to flop. For me, Dragon Age, what was it, Vanguard, I think it's called. It's not going to do well because the combat doesn't look great.
yeah, and you know what? At the end of the day, like every game at this point, like unless you're like I'll get into it more. It's like no, okay, we'll let it rock at this point. But also, I want to go back to like I noticed like it's not a left or a right wing thing when it comes to the quote debating. Like I'm gonna keep it real. There's only two people I've ever seen that can actually genuinely fucking debate. Outside of people who I find people who defend themselves are better. Like for example, Jontron couldn't debate for shit. So the whole defense, I heard some people coping saying, "Oh, he's not actually racist again, bro." I was saying, dude, saying the most out of pocket shit and actually stuttering. Like, dude, that's the sign of someone who actually believes that shit and can't defend it. Like, wait a second, so you hate all minorities, but aren't you like an Italian immigrant? It's like, bro, you dumbass motherfucker. Like, you're not white, dog. But and another ones I know it's radical left and right wing people cannot actually debate. Like, for example, like I watched that one dude. I watch some right YouTubers, right? Like I said, some I hate more than others, but I think that Tim dude, like the dude who was like, the guy with the funny hair, it's like, this is the one why, you guys know who I'm talking about. Yeah, that dude can't debate. Like, without a script, he's fucked. Same with the other dude who I love. He says tattoos are first. That dude's one of my favorite right wingers, actually, because, like, the man mostly speaks swag. Something about, like, tattoos are for stupid people. Like, LA is fuck. He's got the world map behind him. That guy, I like his videos more than any other right wing tuber because he seems like, you know what? But like, yeah, without a script, that dude can't do shit. Like, it's fucked up that Alex Jones is the best debater, and that dude makes shit up. But no, best debaters hands down. Yeah, like again, some as people say, it's like you have to be able to take your bias out. Two of the best public speakers we can think of. Oh, Martin Luther King, Adolf Hitler. Doesn't matter if they're both one's evil, one's not. Both are clearly very good speakers. Two of the best debaters, Hassan and Think Before You Sleep. Granted, Think Before You Sleep is mad wrong when it comes to anime. Outside of that, Matt speaking bars, dude. He won a debate against three people again at the same fucking time. What a check. Hassan got Mr. Alpha male, cigar smoking, fucking Andrew Tate to dip because he couldn't handle it. And dude, all Hassan did is just straight up state fact. Don't get me wrong, he's clear of all this and that. But he at least can fucking debate, bro. But these people, bro, it's crazy when they bring people to debate and they don't realize what a debate actually is. This is why I say I don't argue. Because at the end of the day, most people, when they go to debate, they just want to argue. They don't know what an actual fucking debate is, bro. And someone who actually, again, say what you will, you gotta give your credit. It's like, LTG, he is talented. He just sucks because he doesn't take advantage. Hassan, hell yeah, he can be wrong out of pocket. But he can clearly fucking debate. It's like, holy shit, dude, these people, man. Why? It's like, just stick to making your videos. This is why, like, dude, low-key, why I don't like making scripts is because, like, Because then that way I can do better if I ever had to, kind of. But I don't want to. I'm gonna be honest. But it's crazy, bro. These people. It shows you that a lot of this shit, like in my opinion, tinfoil hat. These people don't actually know how to fucking say anything. They just, like you said, they write a script and just say bullshit, bro. You know. But yeah, no.
Like in all honesty, like it kind of makes me question whether or not if he actually stands on the shit that he says.
I think they
Because
don't. I think they don't. I'm gonna be honest. I think they do.
it's like you're definitely doing it just so you can lean to a specific crowd, and you already know exactly what's going on right now in the fucking world of media currently. Obviously, like if you're a right winger, you're gonna be grifting a shit ton just to kind of spew as much fucking negativity onto the quote unquote left. Like I really hate shit like that. Like it should just come down to either you're A or you're B. No, it's not necessarily that. Everyone is more or less in the middle of everything.
Right.
Some
Exactly.
people, so there's some things you're conservative, some things you're liberal about.
Hmm.
No one's ever completely one side.
No.
Because
Hell no.
either way, you look like a fucking extremist if you're only on one side over the
Because
other.
they are, honestly. Like I said, they are. And at the end of the day, like I said, look at any right or left winger, bro. Like, this is why I say, like, they definitely do it for the money. Because, bro, when it comes to the actual things, like, oh, their ideals flop. Like, like you see, like, look at feminist frequency. Look at even, like, some super right-wing team. That's why I say I like Hero Hey, because he could consider right-wing, but, like, oh, he still keeps his videos short. Unlike the other dude, the quartering, bro, he purposely made his video. He stretches this shit. Like, you can just see that they definitely do it for the money. I mean, big example is clearly Alex Jones. He knows his market. He knows he's saying bullshit. But he makes so much money off of it. You know, at the end of the day, a lot of this it really is for money. Like people don't realize that these people don't actually genuinely care. It's 100% about the money. 100%.
And you ever watched any of the older segments of Alex Jones? It's
Dude.
literally just about 75% of it is just ads.
Yeah.
You know, make sure you go to Infowars.com. Make sure you remember that Infowars.com. Make sure you get one of our brand new commemorative T-shirts showing that they're making the frogs gay. And of course, you guys got to know that we got our own supplements that we're trying to sell because we don't want the frogs to be gay. And you
Oh,
can
my
make
favorite.
the frogs not be gay if you get the supplement. Like it's literally just that. And then after that, he's like, by the way, Sandy Hook was a hoax.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the commercial.
Dude, I'm so glad. But it's funny. But the problem is people think it's that's the problem, bro. People are just suckers on the, especially old people, man. That's why like the ones who make the most money are actually right wingers. Left wingers, you have to have like a Kickstarter or some bullshit. And it has to be super this for them to get money. Whereas the right wingers just scare them, just fear monger, and they're already giving you money. Oh, I need to get rid of the gay frogs. Samantha, give me the chick. Dude, I knew a homie whose dad dead ass buys this, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry for you, sir. Like I wasn't being a dick, or I am just like, I'm so sorry, sir. He's like, yeah, yeah. Like it's like that's what people need to be. We need to be supportive, not haters, dog. Oh my god, dude, that shit's so
Yeah,
funny.
especially within the gaming space, we gotta come back to like gaming shit. I feel
Dude,
like all of this extra shit that we've been fucking adding into the zeitgeist of fucking gaming over the past decade has kind of muddied the waters a little too much to the point where it's so bad. I would say that we are part of the problem, the reason
oh,
why these
100.
fucking developers are doing what they're doing as well. Because
They're enabling
not
it.
only are we allowing it, but we're
Mm-hmm.
like literally just throwing money at anything that, oh man, Battlefield's gonna be so good.
Ugh.
It's not. It hasn't been in a while, but we're still gonna throw money at it just because it's Battlefield. Like
Or
we
COD,
as fans of certain
literally
games, we have to be able to actually sit back and understand that the game that we used to love
is
is
dead.
still there. This new shit is not the same thing.
Right? No, I mean you already seen my video, right? Like that's why I said, oh no, the gaming crash is already here. People just don't realize it.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, the gaming crash, all it entails is AAA. Because at the end of the day, why people say gaming's dead? Because there's two videos. People, oh, gaming's dead, gaming's not dead. It's like that's why I made a good video. See, this is because I actually know how to fucking do this shit. How I said dead games. It doesn't mean the game is dead. It just means it's not relatively popular. When we mean that gaming is dead, we mean mainstream AAA titles, and that's what that video was addressing. As far as the indie space, that shit's cooking. Like it's the rise of the AAA. The thing is, when we mean gaming is dead, is that your favorite IP that you grew up 9 times out of 10 is fuck. You know, like the picture of like a regular show where like there's all those tombstones and there's only one left. Like that's what it is, bro. Like there's like maybe one IP that you grew up with that's still around. Everything else is just dead. Like you said, and it is a problem. Like I saw this way back in the PS4. I'm like, dude, you keep getting fucked. It's like an abusive relationship, bro. You keep getting cucked. Like Battlefield's one of the biggest ones. Like, dude, Battlefield 2042 is actually the one I like the most. Every other one I can't fucking stand. Battlefield 1 was stupid. Probably the better one of all of them. 5 is trash. And this is the thing that pissed me off. I realized people have no real ideas when I saw Battlefield YouTubers straight up still play 5. I'm like, dude, do you have no morals? Like, that's what I mean. These people don't actually give a shit about their ideals or morals, dude. I stuck by my shit. That's why you don't see a single clip of Battlefield 5 on my fucking channel, probably. It's like, no, if you're gonna stand by the shit, like, don't put in money. Say with people, oh god, then why do you? And part of it, I'm not gonna lie, it's like it's not entirely their fault, right? Like, it's people take advantage of human nature, or like, oh, you just go to your comfort, this and that. But it goes to a certain point, like, okay, dude, it is your fault. And at this point, I think we're at a point where people 100% realize that, right? There's only so much slop you can get fed, and there's only so much you can put up with. But I feel as far as like certain ones, like I think for like the Call of Duty player base is definitely the biggest cucks. Next to Final Fantasy, like if I were to say it's literally Final Fantasy, Call of Duty, because think about it. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and you're cucked. I say it's the biggest cuck, even more than caught. Imagine getting charged 4 times $70 for something that could have been on one fucking disc. Like, damn, bro, could not be me. Anyone that stands FF7, you are actually fucking retarded, bro. Like on God, bro, I want to fucking slap you. You're part of the problem of the industry. Same with COD players, bro. And we've seen it with Vanguard. They back down, like, but even you know, like they even get so much of a hint of something like, oh my god, they still go. So like COD players are less cucked than Final Fantasy because at least they were willing to be like, okay, we're not gonna buy Vanguard that much, but like Vanguard still sold more than most fucking indie titles. You know, there's just some people that can't be helped but get cucked. But at that point, they're not really gamers. When it comes to non-gamers, that's why I say it's marketing, right? Advertising. And this is why I want to get into a mini rant. Wow, you saw that I posted, right, about the indie devs get cucked because they don't know how to market. At the end of the day, marketing matters more than everything. And I talked even to the GameStop employee, like, that's really what it is. That's what I'm saying. And the biggest problem with indie developers, please hear me out. And here's what's funny, too. It goes back to the thing that I said as an indie dev, that character design matters a lot. I saw in a whole video, literally, I just saw a video about how important, and it's something that even I focus, because even I realized, like, dude, how can I get people's attention? And the problem with a lot of these games, like you said, why does it fail? Even with marketing, look at Concord. Oh, you did all this marketing, this and that. Nobody looked at that and said, I want to play this shit. You know, there was nothing exciting. It's the same shit. There's nothing new. And this is what the guy said. The problem with indie developers is either they don't make a marketable game, right? What does a marketable game mean, right? It's when you look at it and go, yo, that looks sick. I want to play that, right? And back in the day, it was easier because, you could just show a new thing, this and that. And the reason Concord, the real reason was it marketable. Part of the marketability, we had to be one, oversaturated market, tired market. And then you're coming into this market and you're doing literally nothing new. And then again, at the end of the day, their characters were not marketable. Like you said, they could be ugly, but they were literally not marketable. They went against trends. Like right now, it's bad to be DEI. Guess what? They were DEI. Boom. That's why it's actually a part of the puzzle, not the entire puzzle. But for some people, immediately just know. Same even people who don't give a shit. There's a lot of Overwatch people who are. And a good example, there are people who are like, oh, whatever, or in the middle, like you said, most people. And they didn't buy that shit because none of the characters fucking appealed to them. And then even people like people always go back. They will like it's you know what I'm saying? It's like beating a dead horse. Everybody knew that people had to find an excuse to talk about Concord outside of the DEI, outside of the people who are like, oh, that's the main reason it failed. It's definitely one of them, but it's not the main reason because we have, again, Homo Watch. Like to be honest, I said it before. Concord failed how Overwatch should have, but like. Again, Marvel's just more marketable. You know, it has characters that are recognizable and it does something new. You know, it's like actual heroes. I hate the term hero shooter, but I'm just going to call it a hero game. Marvel makes sense. They're literal heroes. But the other thing about marketability is what I'm trying to get at, and that's why I said, like, the games that tend to fail the most in indie games are either one, you go to a game that no one really cares about, right? You're picking a niche or something that no one gives a shit. That's automatic unmarketability, right? To me, I consider that genre not very marketable. To most people, at the end of the day, that genre, the only reason, think about this, the only reason those two are doing good is because of Marvel and Blizzard. It had nothing to do with that genre. If you ask me, that genre is a niche and no one actually fucking cares. I don't really know anyone that plays that kind of game, right? Games that are super popular, action, adventure, fighting, and shooter. Those are the big three. As we all know, there's the rule for anything that exists in the world. It's called the big three, the rule of three. And that's it. Anything past that, you're already marketing to a niche, and how are you standing out in that niche, right? And so, yeah, like you got nothing market, and that's why it's hard. If you're in Europe, it's super fucking hard. And then the other thing about this marketability is that they were saying is that indie games that do fail, looping back, is that either you're in a market that no one gives a shit about, or you're in an oversaturated ass market, and it's like, what are you doing to stand out? People literally, when they make an indie game, they just want to make like their favorite game, but their version. It's like, okay, that's fine. But what are you actually doing? And then even I notice, okay, they say, quote, do something new, right? It's shit that only appeals to people in the market. Like, I seen it with the Guilty Gear excerpt. I'm like, this means nothing to me. How does this appeal to me? And that's, I think, one of the number one reasons. Like I said, in that I have in the thread, I can hopefully show you guys a bit from Reddit. And yeah, no, that's the number one reason. The real reason indie games fail is they're just not marketable. Like, they're either games no one gives a shit about, or they don't know how to actually market themselves. Like they don't. It's not. You have to do research, and it's not a secret. I want to tell you, indie devs, that I put in a lot of. And he even said it. Marketing for a game, it starts before you even write a line of code. I was like, oh my god, dude, I love it that I've actually been so on point with my development that when I hear these things, I actually feel good. I'm like, damn, I've been so fucking on point with my decision making. And that, yeah, no, I would think so much about my marketing for my shit and how would I do stuff. I got these things planned. I mean, you heard it, right, Mar? I mean, what are your thoughts on some of the ideas I got for my marketing, right? Hello?
You end up having for marketing,
Yeah, like you
like
see.
being able to. No, honestly, when it comes down to marketing, motherfuckers really do have to actually know how to market their shit. Like if you have a product, you have to be able to present the product as is, not like, oh, this is the concept of what it could be. Can't
Mm,
do that. That usually always fucking fails. I mean, you want a
mm-hmm.
perfect example? Look at Starfield.
Damn, you
Starfield is the
snapped.
perfect example of that. We have a game with thousands of planets you can explore, all unique, with 15 times the anyway.
No,
But
you know what? That made me feel good.
What?
No, because now you remember how I said what was one of the things you proved me right, and I don't even think you realize it. Remember how I said I don't want to start a Kickstarter or anything until I actually have a playable demo out. So it's not like, yeah, I'm
Right.
damn. Like you're proving me right, dude. Like holy
And you'll
shit.
be able to actually show off, like, hey, like this is my game. This is, the stuff that you're able to do in the game. Hopefully you like what you see, and can't wait to see you guys on launch day, like shit like that.
Exactly.
Like get people pumped to like, yes, game. This is what it is. This is what it's all about. I can't imagine. And then hey, I have a release window as of yet, but it is coming soon on it. Can't wait to show you guys a little more of the progress, and then hopefully by then we'll be able to have a release date for you guys. And you know, thanks for watching this production. Versus, hey, I'm Todd Howard. I have been paid by Microsoft to sit here and tell you a bunch of bullshit that I sold them in order for me to sell a game that I know is mid
And you know what's funny? I'm looking at this
because it has 15 times the
the detail.
ridiculousness inside of my game.
15 times
I
the
really,
detail.
it doesn't even have that either. I
It
can't even
don't.
say detail because the game does not look great.
It looks like ass.
And mainly because it's probably on the fucking, what is the Oblivion engine or whatever the hell it is.
Dude, it's crazy. Yeah, no, they're still using that outdated ass engine. Like, it pisses me off. Apparently, they're still using it for Skyrim
There
6.
we
It's
go, the
like, oh
creation
my
engine.
god.
Yeah, once I heard that completely turned me off of wanting to play Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah,
And
no.
I really like Morrowind's, Oblivion, and Skyrim. I really do think those three games are fucking epic.
I'm
In
a
my opinion, those are the three best games that they've ever made.
I'm a cap. The only old engines allowed to be used is MT Frameworks and Unreal Engine 4. After the rest, dude, no. Y'all are too old and janky. You know what's crazy? It says right here. I'm reading it back. It says the millions of FPS on the market. The one that's like what just stands out or says, oh, I want to play this, dude. I just remember the Roblox looking Battlefield game. Like, yeah, it's an actual Battlefield game, and oh my god, it looks like Roblox. Boom, done. It fucking popped off. Marketable game. And again, in my favorite line in here, it also says too, like, marketing is not just simply tweeting or begging YouTubers to play your game. I'm like, thank you. But carry on.
But no, the fact that you bring in Roblox, the fact that that game on its own literally is just selling of, yeah, people are able to do this within Roblox. Come play Roblox. Like
Yeah.
that's a huge, crazy ass selling point for a game like that, and that's part of the reason why it's so successful. Besides, and it literally has replaced we had back in the day, like dolls, action figures.
Yep.
Literally just were like quite literally what we used to perceive as toys back in the day.
I mean, and
But even that being said,
yeah.
oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, you know what else it reminds me? It's going back to the root of what games are fun. Like the fact they have to appeal to games or the kids. It's like, and what do kids want? Just fun, And that's something that video games are severely lacking.
Man. Oh, you know what? Speaking of which,
God.
a game where you play a person who's not actually an outlaw.
Oh, then what the fuck's
Like
the
make
name?
that
Yeah, make that make sense.
like the way how they have that made and the way how they marketed the game, like yeah, good marketing. But at the same time, we can all agree one of the biggest things that was a agreement was the fact that, oh, this game is going to be $130 to play. Like the moment they dropped that, I know a lot of people were into the game or into the franchise, that just said no. They didn't want to, just off of that.
You know, you
And then when
just
they saw the gameplay more so,
yep,
they were turned off of that because the gameplay looked so fucking bland.
and boring, uninteresting. Again, unappealing.
Like
It's boring, bland character, bland setting, stupid overprice, and uninteresting.
I genuinely thought it was a joke before when they were saying that, oh, you're basically just doing the whole Mary Jane Watson
Oh no,
like playable character scene in fucking Spider-Man 2.
dude, I
No,
hated that.
that's actually true.
Dude, I hated that
But that's
segment in
literally
one.
all of Star Wars.
Dude, you know what's funny? You just reminded me. For as much as I'm talking about marketing, oddly who fails even more than indies, AAA studios. Like, dude, you have all this money and somehow part of marketing is research. Like, one of them was okay, cool. You didn't make appealing anything. Your trailers aren't even good or exciting, and the product you're selling is trash. And you know what? The final one, the final and the hammer to me that really kicks in. The fact that you're charging God knows how much money shows that no, you failed at marketing. One of the basic things in marketing is supply demand. Understand what people are willing to pay for your product. Right now, people, and I love it that people bring it up, like, what's the real reason? Even the dudes like, okay, yeah, we say, okay, yeah, games bad, this and that, but like, that still doesn't stop COD from selling. The real number one issue, like, and it's crazy, same with that, everyone's really treating, like, yes, don't get me wrong, the reason games don't get critical or acclaim is because they're shit. The reason they don't sell actually has nothing to do with that. Like, the marketing and the base level is that people just don't have money. And it just goes to show you how actually tone deaf and out of touch these people are, bro. Like, I'm sorry, bro. People don't feel like paying more than $40 for games. Like, that's where we're at. And 40 feels like a lot, and I have to agree. Like, that's just honest truth, bro. And we've seen games like I've seen games more around that price. I mean, look at the Capcom collection. 50 felt too high, and for some people, like, oh, it's pretty good, but 50, dude, no, literally, it just feels too high. And I would argue it's worth it, but it's like, dude, 50's just too high. 50's just too high. If it was 30 or 40, it's not because I don't want to. I want to play NBC2. I can't. It's fucking crazy. And they don't realize that it's funny thing that they don't realize video games are competing with themselves. Like, why would I pay $50 when Code Veronica's on sale on Xbox for $4? And I now bought it because I can buy it. There you go, you guys. A real true story. I bought Code Veronica on the Xbox One store because I'm like, I'd rather buy for this. I can wait. Like, people can wait, dog. We're fine. We can wait COVID. We can wait for a game's price to drop. By the way, go check out the video I did on the Capcom documentary thing.
I was gonna say, with that being said, I'm actually gonna go ahead and jump off for a bit. I'll be back on a little later.
Yeah.
To be able to discuss this a little more.
No, you're good. Yeah.
Actually, like,
hopefully Honorable and Bio show up.
If not, it's okay, man. We can take over. The takeover's real.
True. Hold your thoughts then. Don't forget. Hold whatever you're thinking at this moment.
No, I'm definitely holding on to them.
Good. I'll be here.
All right.